community doesn't like it because science likes to observe what is external, what they consider real. But these scientists, they really are pushing humanity forward. They're studying what my book's about, what is hidden and unseen. They're saying scientists should not ignore the internal world anymore. And quantum theory, if you know about that, it's all about the observer. That's another talk. So I asked them to do that, and I warned my readers. I put a post on my page, and I said, well, over the next week, some scientists are going to talk to you. And I went to bed, thinking, I'll probably get 12 likes, as you do. As an author, not many people know about, beyond reading my books, You're lucky if you get, 50 likes or whatever. And I found that Facebook's very funny as well. You can put a post of the Dalai Lama and get 2 likes, and then a psychic goldfish, 1,000 likes, and that's really great, I woke up the next morning, 27,000 likes. Unbelievable. I just could not believe it. The insatiable appetite for people wanting to know the truth, the meaning of our existence. What were these scientists going to say? And over the week, about 500,000 people viewed via my page. And the lovely thing is they addressed my readers as, hello, you've read Theresa's books. She talks about the paranormal, the invisible, unseen. Theresa's not a scientist. But here, we're scientists. We're not sure if we believe. But what we're saying is the overwhelming majority of evidence that we're collecting suggests that there is an invisible world, consciousness can exist separate from the brain, and that the human mind is capable of such extraordinary abilities. And the high point, I guess, was Dr. Dean Radin. When he came on, his book, he emailed me the next morning and he said, Theresa, my book has just gone to #1 on amazon.co.uk for religion, science and spirituality. All of those things meshing, working together. So I thought, fantastic, science and spirit. Finally, this ridiculous divide coming together and showing us what is possible and kind of showing that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And now, whenever I get the criticism and people do post saying, where's your proof, where's the science? I haven't actually had any comments like that since I did these posts. I just point them to the video library of my Theresa Cheung author page and say, go and listen to these guides. You can't argue with that. So that's what my Facebook page has given me. An incredible gift, I hope, to my readers to show you're not weird, you're not abnormal. In fact, what you believe in is, I think, what's going to take humanity to the next level. It is so exciting. There are so many studies that these guys are doing to prove that consciousness can exist separate from the brain. It would just need to get the big major scientific establishment on board. They're very frightened of it. This is the red pill from the Matrix music. This really is the red pill that if people would just listen to and support these scientists. So that's what my Facebook page did as well. So another thing that my page has done is I wanted to normalize the paranormal. Because yes, esoteric is for the select few, the hidden, but why? Because it is an aspect of our existence, let's normalize it. So that's what I've done on my page, and I try and do in every single one of my books. This one again, I say, I am an ordinary person who believes in magic and the extraordinary. And all the people who write to me, they're the same. They are not weird. This is not that horrible word, woo. This is a part of life. I dream of the day when sixth sense will just be spoken of in the same way as all the other senses. It is normal. And I've done that. I thought, well, how can I do this? And I did that by bringing in ordinary but extraordinary examples onto my page. And I have a spiritualist medium, the kind of lady who would probably volunteer for the Windbridge Institute or Noetic Institute to be tested. She's booked a month in advance for her readings. She's that good. So she's not doing the old, doing it for the money. She's not. She does it from the heart. Claire Broad, the medium Claire Broad, every Tuesday evening, she explains in her videos what mediumship is. So much fear and confusion about mediumship is. But every week you've got to think around the country in spiritualist churches, because they believe in contact with the death, life after death. There are mediums doing readings and for free, because that's what they believe, it's their passion. I've also got somebody who talks a lot about angels and connection with the angelic realm, called lovely Katie Golby. She talks, normalize it. I say to them, normalize it, but I don't actually have to say to them, because they are normal people anyway, with this extraordinary ability. We have a life coach on there who believes in the spiritual dimension in life so important, the extraordinary Shelley Wilson, who actually won Inspirational Blog of the Year award recently. We have a bereavement with spirit counsellor who believes that, like me, one day hopes that part of the grieving process will be actually scientifically approved mediums working with you to have this ongoing relationship with spirit. How amazing would be that? And it's not within the realms of impossibility. It could happen. He's called Robin Gray, so he does guest posts sometimes on there. And I invite people on who've got unusual approaches to life, because I very much believe, and this book also says that all approaches to heaven, if it brings you joy and a sense of connection with the invisible and unseen, nothing wrong with it, as long as it harms no one. And I recently had the head of the Jedi Church on my page, Daniel Jones, talking about the Force. And I realised that a lot of he says actually is in my books about this universal religion, spiritualism. He was on there. A leading parapsychologist in the UK, Cal Cooper, who has won award after award after award for his research in parapsychology. He's a lecturer, just about to complete his PhD in the University of Northampton. Great guy. I've got music on there. And I'm going to embarrass my son over there, because I very much believe that music is a universal language. I'm very proud of him. He just got a scholarship to the Royal College of Music, first studied piano. And I don't say Robert's going to play Liszt. I say this is a universal language of healing. Listen to this, because music can touch you. Also, a great group of musicians who wrote to me last year, greatest gift you can give an author. They said that one of my books that they'd read had inspired them to create an album called From Lips of Angels, and that's a great gift for an author. They occasionally appear on my page. They're called Clown Rui. I have my readers, but the best thing about my page is my readers. I now ask them to contribute a story on the page, stories like you'll read in this book, and I say, would you comment on it? So I post your story. Can you talk to people about it? Because I very much believe in the power of sharing these experiences that people have. That's another. So the third mission of my page is to remove the fear and stigma about death. And this is where we took this book, is all about that. It's taking the sting out of death. Trying to show you through stories, through my own experience and my own decades of research, what I have learnt about life on the other side and what people tell me who visited it. We also have an interview with Anita Morjani in here as well, which I'm sure you'll find fascinating.